Hello and welcome to VRCana, a role-playing adventure. This is the one-on-one session, the bonus episode with Quasar.exe. Quasar, how are you doing?
I am doing just swell, lots of things going on in life right now, but it's starting to settle down and starting to all fall into place, so it feels good. Feels good.
Yeah. So, for those who might need a little refresher, or
Mhm.
maybe this is their first video, Quasar,
Mhm.
who are you playing in VRCana?
I am playing Nala, aka Mundahi Damu, or just Damu. It's really easy to say. It's a lot easier. She by day is a barista and by night is a hacktivist slash Uber gamer. Yeah, she's freaking awesome. One of my favorite characters I've made, for real.
Yes. So let's set the scene here. Damu, you find yourself following a small gnome player through the square of Sunrise into an open-air market, flanked on either side of the street by Tudor buildings adorned with red tile roofs and pleasant flower boxes beneath windows. The open-air market is filled with stalls and wagons manned by cheerful and happy NPCs. Don't
Okay.
dilly-dally, Damu. We need to fill our inventories with supplies before the NPCs run out for the day. The gnome player, Norman, spelled Gunor Man, says, attempting to outpace you with his short legs. Norman is a crafter, focusing mostly on potions, while he would normally be out foraging for supplies himself, the recent development of Cosmos of Conflict has left him terrified, absolutely terrified, of leaving
Oh
any
no.
place that isn't safe. So now he must get supplies from the merchant NPC traders in Sunrise.
Okay. This poor baby. Okay. Oh
Nor-
goodness.
Norman has green curly hair. He's dressed simply in brown trousers and a white shirt with a red vest. Strapped to his
Okay.
back is a forest green rucksack that bounces and jangles as he dips and darts between NPCs. With a flourish, he pulls out a piece of parchment.
Mm.
Let me create some sound effects. Today, Damu, we are making antidote potions. The herbalist should have red mushrooms available, and the general store should have plenty of wheat, and the beekeeper should have the venom available, so we can create the anti-venom. He's
Okay. Okay.
right, and so you're like following behind him as he's like reading this, and like he's just like shaking the paper, and he's kind of jauntily walking because he just hired you, and he's really excited that he doesn't have to walk around with all of this stuff, and like
My heart.
he can really like get everything he needs really quickly now with you as an assistant, as well as like get more of it, so he like is increasing his production, right?
Yep. Okay.
But
Okay.
as he's like walking in front of you,
Hmm.
he stops suddenly, and I want you to make a quick DC 5
Oh.
dexterity check.
Oh goodness gracious. Okay, let me pull up my. Okay, so you said DC 5? All
Yes.
right. Come on, thing.
I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard I try.
Oh no. Ooh. 17. So
Hey!
we good. We good.
So he stops right in front of you, and you're able to very, like, deftly, kind of like, spin on your toes, and like you actually end up in front of him looking down. He goes, "Oh, that's right, I forgot to give you the funds to buy the supplies. Dilly dilly do." And he's like jangling, he's like in his coin purse. Dilly
Oh
dilly
my gosh.
da. Ooh.
These little pockets.
Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
love it.
Yep. You hear like jangling and stuff, and he goes,
Oh.
50 GP should be enough to get the entire stock of wheat and venom. Bring back whatever is left, and we will see what other supplies we can get. Now, go on quickly.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. And I'll just take the money and be like, oh crap, because like that's a lot, right? Like it feels like more. What's
It's a
the
decent
currency like
amount.
here? Okay.
Yeah, it would be a decent amount. That would be
Okay.
you would know that on a really good day with this gig, that
Yeah.
would be like a day's wages.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So a whole day's work. Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
But that is
So okay.
uh so yeah, he wants you to get the entire stock of wheat and venom.
Okay.
So you have a
So a
choice.
lot of it. Okay.
Yeah. Because you guys are making poison potions or like antidote
Okay.
potions.
Okay. Cool.
So you have a choice here. You can go to the general store first and get the wheat, or you can go to the beekeeper first and get the venom.
Okay. Ooh. What do I want to do? What do I think? I'll go get the wheat first.
Okay.
I feel like that's a smart decision. I
So-
hope. Gosh.
The general store is the largest building in the market area. It is the one with the most prominent sign hanging out from its wooden awning. The sign is adorned with a simple illustration of a wheat, mortar and pestle, and rope, and it swings gently in the breeze. Inside, there's a single NPC, a young human NPC with blonde hair and blue shirt and a brown cloth apron. He greets every character who enters the store with a cheerful, "Let me know if you need anything." Having
Oh my
done this
goodness.
before,
Mhm.
you know that you just need to walk up to him and open the menu up, and that's the way you can buy from NPCs in Cosmos
Yep.
of Conflict.
Got it. All right. Well, I am going to stride on over, kind of just ready to get to the point and just like get her work done. Like she's driven and she wants to do things and she wants to do them in order and she wants to get them done. So she just kind of walks over, doesn't like greet or anything, even though he's an AI. Just go into the menu and buy what she needs.
Okay. Yeah, when you open the menu, he says, I wanted to be an adventurer like you, but Dad said I needed to watch the store. What's it like?"
Oh
And
gosh.
there's a right, but that's an audio line that you hear a lot.
Okay.
But I think with the recent development of the game becoming real for you, essentially,
Yeah.
there might be a little bit more weight to that. Would
Yeah.
you say so?
Yeah, absolutely. Like now that I feel like I'm embedded into the code just as much as he is. So I feel like there's kind of a fourth wall kind of connection there, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
We kind of both are real like, I don't know. It's kind of like a Freaky Friday flip roll situation. You're like, oh crap. I'm sitting in his seat now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wow. Oh goodness, he says that too. Oh. I'll probably like stop like mid, like browsing almost to the cart, ready to buy everything, and just kind of turn to him and be like, "Well, you should never hesitate to like follow your dreams. Like, is there some way you can be an adventurer?"
He at this moment you kind of realize that there's a limitation to the NPCs in this world, though, because once again he kind of just says, "I wanted to be an adventurer like you, but Dad said I needed to watch the store. What's it like?"
I'll say to him, "Well, it's really cool, there's lots of fun things to see and lots of cool people to meet. You know, um, it's pretty fun out there, I'd say.
That sounds delightful. Is there anything
No.
else I can help you with?
Okay, Siri. um, um, and she'll just kind of like smile and just like be like, "Damn, okay," to herself, and just be like, "No, that'll be all. Thank you so much for your great service."
Yeah, so you now have 75 bushels of wheat in your inventory,
Great.
and it
Okay.
cost you 20 GP.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Great. All right. I'm gonna head out. Then is it like virtual inventory? Like I don't have to be carrying these things, right?
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
yeah, no, you're not like unless you choose to roleplay that in Cosmos of Conflict, you're not required to do
Okay, good. Okay.
that.
So I'll take those and I will head on over to um the beekeeper for the venom.
All right. The beekeeper's along the north edge of the market at an outside stall. The stall is L-shaped, with one side filled with jars of honey, and the other jars filled with a slightly green fluid that you know to be bee toxin. The
Oh,
NPC that runs the stall is a black-skinned halfling with vibrant red hair. She wears a beekeeper's costume with straw cap on her head.
queen. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna just walk on in and s- he said the whole stock of the venom, or like did he say a specific
As
amount? I
much
think he
as you
said.
can get.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk in and kind of do the same routine thing and head over to her and open up the menu and start buying what I need to buy.
Mhm. When you open her menu, she says, "Oh, to be a bee, adventuring for flowers during the day and to be safe at home by night. I'm a little envious, aren't you?"
I'm gonna say, yeah, bees are great.
What can I help? What can I help you with?
Oh, good. I need to get a lot of bee toxin, so I'll be doing that today, as much as I can buy.
Okay, so you can actually get half of like the max amount that the store would carry for the day,
Okay,
for 15 GP.
okay, I'll do
Yes.
that. I'll do that. Cause
Um,
and oh, I'll get two then, cause I have 30 left. So then I can get. Can I get the full stock if I get? Yeah, yeah.
no, no, like
Oh no.
half of
Oh.
what was gonna be there for the day is already gone.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yes.
like
Then I would get the. Okay. Yeah.
so
Mhm.
you can buy out the
I'll get that
remainder
then.
of the stock. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'll do that. Yes, for 15.
Okay.
Perfect.
So now that you have all the supplies,
Mhm.
you make your way through the market on your way to rendezvous back with Norman at the entrance. But would Damu like head straight for the rendezvous point with Norman? Would she browse, take her time? How would she kind of go through this market?
I think now kind of being with recent events, kind of being immersed and being, like I said, kind of embedded into the code, much like, everybody else around her now and with the AI. She'd probably like just kind of breathe in and like take in the world around her, whether it be pixels or whatever. She'd just probably just try to take it in and breathe and just get back on her feet, put back the anxiety and just start enjoying herself and trying to make the most of the situation, as she always has.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Would there be any sort of stall or anything that she would look for in particular?
I think Now that she can kind of put more empathy into this kind of world, she'd probably look out to see if there's any extra NPCs that need assistance, or just kind of maybe looking out for something cool or like keepsakey to buy, just like stuff you do when you start to really immerse yourself into a place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um. So I'm gonna improv a little bit here. So I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
as you're kind of walking through, you find a stall selling mugs
Oh.
and uh like glassware
Okay.
and like big wooden mugs, and you would recognize this like in Cosmos of Conflict as sometimes these would be like home decorations,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or also like sometimes they'd be like used in emotes, like you're gonna like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like chug like a mug of coffee and then like, you know, do like a dance or something like that.
Yep.
um any particular kind of like mug that would catch your eye that you would look for, or glassware?
100% a maybe like a clay mug, or like something that was like, just like formed and like made into a shape that's kind of funky for a mug but isn't a mug, or like looks like not like a mug but is a mug, you know what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
And yeah, she'd probably look for like a dragon's head mug, or like some cool carved, or like a cool wooden mug with like carvings on the side, just something cool and niche and very, you know
Hmm.
fun, and that like you spend an extra $5 on in the game just because it looks cool, you know.
Yeah, I like the idea of like a dragon's head mug, or like a
Yeah.
dragon skull mug, so I'm gonna say that's what you find. You
Yeah.
see one on the table. Do you want it?
Yeah, I do. I think I have enough still, cuz I spent 35.
I'm gonna say you got two. It costs 2 gold.
Okay, I'll do it, and then I'll reimburse him later with my own money.
Okay. So you buy this dragon's head mug, you stow it in your bag, and
Mhm.
make your way to the market entrance.
Yep.
All right, Damu, you know it's time to make. Wait, hold on. All right, Damu, you know time is money. Let's get to the potion tables so we can start selling for the day. Norman says, and he like quickly turns on his heels and begins walking towards his home.
Okay,
He like,
I will follow suit. Yep.
uh, Norman's home is a medium-sized dwelling that blends in with the rest of the town's aesthetics. It is, again, a Tudor style building with bleached walls, exposed wood framing, and red tiles, which is becoming an increasingly familiar sight, if not maybe a little old at this point for you guys. Um, Once inside, you see a very messy space littered with herbs, minerals, jars of bizarre and frightening ingredients.
Okay. Okay. The alchemist kind of alcove. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
You can tell he's been living and working here at
Yeah.
least since the game went evil.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
Okay.
Um. Oh, quickly, quickly! It's time to start. And Norman has like these instructions here, and again pulls out with a flourish his parchment paper. The potion making process includes the following: the mushrooms will need to be dried over the fire. The wheat will need to be ground into flour. The venom needs to be distilled in a beaker. And once the mushrooms have been dried, they need to be ground in a mortar and pestle to a fine dust. Once the venom has been distilled, the remainder in the beaker is then mixed with water, the mushrooms,
Okay.
and flour to make a slightly viscous liquid that can be drank or smeared on wounds. And then we will bottle it, label it, and sell it.
Perfect. She just kind of smiles and like looks at him and is like, okay, that sounds good. What do you need me to do?
Could you start by putting the mushrooms on the fire? And it's like at that moment, as he starts like goes about all sorts of other work, you hear a knock on the door, dum dum dum.
Yep.
Damu, if you could start and just kind of keep going along. I don't know how long this conversation will take.
Sure. I will start and I'll just ask you if I have any questions. So, okay.
So like he kind of like scampers off and goes to start having a conversation with whoever's at the door. And it's not this is the like your second day, and Norman's pretty busy and kind of popular.
Yeah.
So first, I'm gonna need you to light the fire in the fireplace with a DC 5 survival check.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Hopefully my survival's good. Please, please, please. Oh, okay, 6. Let's go. I rolled a 3 plus 3.
So
I have advantage on those. Oops. Well, it's okay.
Yeah. So it like takes you a second. Like the wood might be like a little wet. The kindling that was left might not be the greatest, but you get the fire lit, and once it's lit, you grab a ball of twine off of the hearth. Pull out some string, cut a little bit, and like hang the mushrooms above the fire so they can start drying.
Gotcha. Okay.
Next is to take the wheat and add it to the wheat mill, which is 2 stones stacked on top of each other, like 2 big round stones. The top stone has a handle, and you know that you need to take the top stone and rotate it around in order to grind the wheat into flour.
Great. Love it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna, after I get the mushrooms all tied up and done, I'll just go and grab the wheat that I kept getting, I already have it on my inventory, and I'll go take it over to the grinder and put the wheat at the top and start cranking and getting that moved through the 2 rocks.
Yeah.
As efficiently as I can.
Yeah, so go on ahead and do a like DC 10 strength check.
Okay. Come on. Awkward. That's a 9.
Yeah, so it like takes you a little bit, right? But you're able to get it to move.
Okay.
But you do hear at the door, Norman is like talking in hushed whispers and no, yes, right, and it's taking him a while. And by a while, I mean 5 minutes pass while you're just grinding, right?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Make a DC 5 Constitution check.
Woo! Come on, girl. Oh yeah, that's a natural 18, so we're good.
Natural
Plus
18, you said?
2. Yeah, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So yeah, your arms are burning.
Whew.
But like you're still able to go, right?
Yep. Power through.
Norman is still at the door. I understand. No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You want that? Okay. Okay. Yep. Another 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Norman, please.
And you still have to grind another 5 minutes. Take another Constitution check, DC 15.
Come on. Oh gosh. It was only a 10 that time. Sad.
So yeah, you're kind of going. You start slowing down.
Feel the burn.
Arms are burning, and yeah, you pull the the top stone away, and the flower that's left behind is not the finest you've ever seen.
Yeah. Great. It's not the best, but it'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I also want you to
Okay.
real quick do a perception check.
Okay. Why do I only roll good on these ones? Percepi plus 3. 16.
At the end of grinding all this wheat, you smell that the mushrooms have done drying.
Okay. Whew. I'm gonna head back over there and make sure they don't burn and take them off, and then kind of move them over and pile them to the side in probably a basket, I would assume.
Yeah. So you do that. Well, actually, you know right away that you need to grind the mushrooms.
Oh yes, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh crap! I gotta go back over.
Nope. Actually, you don't grind these with the wheat mill. You grind these with a mortar and pestle that is conveniently left on top of the hearth above the fireplace.
Well, that's just grand. I'll take it and grab it and start grinding these mushrooms up.
Yeah,
Making
going ahead.
Great little,
But you also need to start the distillation process of the anti-venom.
Okay. So I'm gonna grind up maybe 1 or 2 mushrooms and then be like, crap. Okay. And set that down and be like, okay, I'm a barista. I've done this many things at once. I got this. I can make 4 fraps in one go. I can do this. And I'm gonna go over to where the distilling would be done and start heating. I'm assuming it's like boiling it out, basically.
Yep. Yeah, you got like a beaker, and then it's like one of those big beakers with like the thin neck, and then the glass like does like a little loop-de-loop and then like goes down into like another beaker, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to just like pour like the venom into the beaker and like start the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that, and then while I'm at it, kind of walk back and forth between checking on that and grinding the mushrooms up. As I kind of walk back and forth, kind of deposit what I've already ground and then put a few more in, check it, come back, pretty routine.
Yeah. And again, all the while, Norman is still at the door.
This man, he is like my grandma, just talking away.
He's
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's like, so, no, okay, all right.
Oh my gosh.
It's like he's like very hushed.
Yeah. Can I listen in on it at all? Can I try?
Yeah, go on ahead and roll a perception. I'm gonna say DC 15.
That's a natural 19 plus 3. So
all
that's
right.
22. Math?
Okay. Yeah, because look, I know that Dogma really wants a lot of poison potions. Okay, I understand, but I need to make other potions first. I can get her order in later. You don't want the purple drakes knowing that she's hoarding all these supplies, okay? We can't make it suspicious.
Oh, that's tea. Oh, that's tea. Oh, that's such tea. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I gotta write it. I have a terrible memory. So it's from Dogma, you said?
Yes.
She wants a bunch of, like, poison?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's such tea. Okay.
Do you want more information right now? Because you can roll a history check, and I can provide you a little information.
Yeah. Let me get this written down, or let me roll this. Oh. Plus 3. Oh, I have advantage. Okay, yeah. 15.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna have you roll a 5 or above.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Because you'll remember from when the developers announced that they were trapping you all in this game,
Yeah.
Dogma was one of the people who started gathering other players. Before this whole nightmare started, Dogma, who's a rogue player, was the leader of a PvP guild, the competitive esports guild.
Okay.
And
that's right.
And the Purple Drakes were the other PvP guild. I just want to make sure, was the Purple Drakes what I named them? I think we actually changed the name of them because I said it wrong once, and then you guys decided you liked it the other way for better. Let me double check.
Okay. And she leads which one? She's opposed by the Purple Drakes, but she leads a or does she not have a lead? They didn't say their name?
Yeah, 1 second. I need to pull up my Bible.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
She is the leader of the Black Eyes.
Okay. Okay, so she's getting stuff on the low and she don't want other people to know. Okay, I'm into it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, once everything is done, you can now combine it in one mixing vat.
Okay.
And once that's all done, and you'll need to stir it. But it's like a very, have you ever made like a cake? Or
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have you roll a DC 10 dexterity because you're really trying to whip it. Really trying to whip this batter with a whisk.
Oh, it fell. 13 already makes it plus 16.
Yeah. So you're just you have this big mixing bowl and this big old whisk, and you're just going to town.
Hey. Okay, whipping it up in the kitchen. I like it.
Yep. And after that, you have all these nice bottles laid out with a funnel, and you ladle out the appropriate amount into each bottle, and you have 20 doses of antidote.
Sheesh. Okay.
Yeah. 20 doses of antidote to sell. And finally, you hear the door close. Norman comes back. Oh. Ha! It looks like you did a pretty good job. You made good antidotes. The rating is good.
Oh, okay.
20 good antidotes. Yeah, it could have been greater. And okay, let's see. Current rate for good antidotes. They should fetch us 25 gold apiece.
Okay, Prophet. That wasn't from Damu. That was from me. But Damu was like, "Oh, that's great. Okay, sure. And what are our cuts for this work?"
Oh, I think I can spare you 60 gold for the day.
Okay, that's pretty. I'll take it. I guess. Because Damu isn't she kind of takes what she can get. She's not really a barterer. She's more okay, that's enough for me. All I need is rations, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not gonna barter for more.
Yeah.
Plus her charisma is all of 12. So.
Well, now that the potions have been made, it's time to open for the day and make some coin, and then you'll get paid.
Woo woo.
And Norman, puts all of the potions into a crate
Mm-hmm.
and like walks outside, and he like pulls out a table and with like a hand-drawn sign or handwritten sign, it says "potions for sale" on this table, and he places the crate behind it, and then he like scurries back in real quick and comes out with a chest that he like a small like chest that he places
Yeah.
on the table and opens it up, and that's like where the coins will go. And he also goes back in after that, grabs a stool, brings it out, and he like climbs on it with like a little bit of like, he has to like grunt a little bit because he's and he's up on
He's
it.
an itty baby.
Potions, potions, potions. Why make it yourself when I've got them right here? No gathering, no cooking, no haggling. It's simply the best solution. I've got potions, and if you ask nicely, even a little beer. He like starts like yelling that out to the crowd.
Oh my gosh. How
And
cute.
slowly people begin to like form a queue, no pun intended, and they start like
I was like,
and they start requesting different potions that you guys have for sale.
gotcha. Okay.
So yeah,
Go
you're
ahead.
like behind the table. One person's like, I need a strength potion, and I need 2 healing potions and an antidote.
Okay. We have all that in stock, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And
well, I will then. Okay. What?
I was gonna say, and you tell me what you do. Sorry.
No, you're okay. I'll grab the potions that he asked for, and kind of pile them up and like be like name them back to him, and like slide them and be like that'll be and she'll kind of look to Norman if he's out there still, right? Or is he out?
No, he's
Yeah,
there.
he'll.
Yeah.
Okay, she'll look to Norman and be like, how much is all of this?
That'll be 120 gold.
120 gold, please, sir.
And he like throws the coin bag, and you can see like in the coin bag it says like the correct number on it.
Yeah. I'll just kind of pick it up, weigh it, shake it a little bit, make sure it's like exactly what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Try my best to at least, and then kind of set it down where it's supposed to go. And say thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
And it continues like this for a little while, and really business is good, right? It's kind of busy, and people are buying the potions and stuff, but after a little bit, you do find yourself in a brief lull. And at a moment like this, where Damu has time to think, what would she be thinking about?
Probably just kind of introspecting and comparing this once again, kind of falling into that lull of thinking about real life again, and kind of wondering how it's going out there, and kind of just taking in the fact of what's happening. It's kind of heavy, but like she's also trying to like I said before, make the most of it and kind of equate this to her real life. And she's like, well, this is just kind of like, what I do on the daily anyways, so this feels comforting almost in a weird technical way, because it's just like the routine she used to have. Yeah.
So after a little while, your moment of introspection is interrupted by another player.
Oh, gosh.
It is an orc player whose looming size and many weapons makes his presence feel malicious before he even utters a single word.
I roll.
Where's Norman? I have some words for that little bastard.
He should be right next to me. I don't know if you can see. He might be a little, small.
He's you look around and Norman is nowhere to be seen.
He said he'd sell me a double experience potion the other day, and all I got was a strength potion. Now, how am I supposed to get better gear if I can't level up quickly, huh?
Well, see, I got here like 2 days ago, so I haven't worked here for that long, but I can go ask him about it and get him for you if you want me to go find him.
He kind of looks at you and like he furrows his brow. He's like,
Find him now.
Okay, and I'll just kind of take a gander around and look for him. Can I see him anywhere? Can I roll a perception, try and find him?
Yeah, you can. If you look around, you might even shout his name,
Yeah.
but he's nowhere to be found right now.
Oh, okay. So he's not there and he don't want to be there. Okay. I'm gonna turn back to this guy and I'll be like, "Hey, it's the middle of our, selling point right now. Can I take a name and have him reach out to you after the day is over?"
I want this resolved now.
Well, if you need it so bad now, why don't you find him yourself? Because I don't see him. Can you see him?
going ahead and roll a charisma charisma check on that.
Oh God.
I'm gonna make it high. I'm sorry. It's gonna you're
It's
gonna
okay,
have
it's
to
okay, it's okay.
you're gonna have to
It's a
beat
14.
As I say, it's gonna be a 15.
Oh God, okay. Okay, cool.
So yeah, this angry customer, like, really like scrunches up his face, puts his hands, crosses his arms, and yells,
I want it made right. I want it made right now.
Well, I don't see Norman. You don't see Norman. I don't have all the things to make this potion that you need, and it's our selling day, so if you really need it now, you're gonna have to pay extra for it anyways.
roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Persuasion. Where's my persuasion?
I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be a DC 15.
That was a 6.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Right. Or I could just make it right myself.
And how do you expect to do that?
He drops his arms, and you can see he starts to put them at his waist.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take out my belly hook and kind of sling it up off of my side belt and try and grab his hand with the hook.
Okay.
Oh, I got a good reach on this thing too.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that would be doable. Going ahead and do a. Well, what kind of roll would you think that would be?
Probably either like a dex to beat him there, or a strength to get his like grip underneath it.
Okay. Which would you rather do?
A dex.
A dex? Okay. Go on ahead. Actually, hold on one second. Let me pull up. I wasn't entirely prepared. I'm gonna admit that.
It's okay.
So let me pull up just a quick stat block. What'd you roll? An 18?
Yeah.
He rolled
Make it
a
a 21.
17.
Red.
So, yeah, you beat him to it. And, like, I'm going to say you, like, loop your billy hook around his hand.
Yeah.
And is that what it's called? The billy hook?
Yeah.
And, like...
According to Mendachi, yes.
So, yeah, you, like, loop it around his hand. like right before like he goes to like pull out a sword,
Mm-hmm.
and he, kind of musses up his brow again, gets kind of all huffy, and goes. And he sizes you up and down.
I don't need to deal with this. I'll be back later.
And like
Mm-hmm.
walks off.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
And after he leaves, and like you kind of hear some people like in hushed whispers around. Wow, that could have been really bad for that guy. Look at her; she's kind of cool, right? Like she's got that down kind of pat, right? You kind of hear like some hushed whispers, like I said. After about a minute of that, who should appear but Norman?
King.
Ah, Damu! How have the cells been going?
They've been going well. Where have you been?
I've been doing business. Nothing to
Mhm.
concern yourself with.
Sure. Well, I had an angry customer come through and ask for you and almost get into a fight because you sold him the wrong potion last week.
Well, I trade and sell a lot of potions. Experience potion, right? Big
Yeah.
guy,
Mhm.
orc, tattoos, lots of weapons.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Never seen him,
Oh, okay.
and he has never seen me. He winks.
Oh, okay. Very nice. I pick up what you're putting down.
But after this exchange, Norman looks around, sees that a pretty good portion of the potions have been sold. He's like counting the coin. He's got like his little abacus and carry the 2. And he's like, Damu, I think we have made a healthy profit for the day. Here is your wages for 60 gold. And you are free to go today.
Well, thank you so much for the work. And if you ever need any more help, or maybe I can come back for an employee discount someday.
We shall see. We shall see. And he
Mm-hmm.
slams the the coin chest down, like he's like grabbing everything. And like after like everything is put away, he goes, "So long," and like slams the door.
Oh, okay.
You hear it lock, like lock, and then you hear the
Okay.
deadbolt.
Just like a bunch of locks start
Mhm.
clicking. Okay. Bye, I guess.
And so it's now
Thanks.
time for Damu to go home. And as she's walking home, I'm going to say there's a question that crosses her mind.
Okay.
This is her time to contemplate, obviously. And the question that really crosses her mind is this the life that she wants in Cosmos of Conflict? Does she just want to do petty work for possibly dubious herbalists? Or is there something
Right.
more? Like what is her thought process? What is the life that she wants to choose for herself?
I think today really showed her that she has a lot more potential for doing good and possibly like kicking ass than just being she's much more than a barista, much more than her real life, much more than what she does in her day-to-day routine. And it made her realize that maybe she could go out and adventure and not break out of this kind of habitual kind of personality that she's formed for herself, I think.
Okay. We'll see where that choice takes her in future episodes of VRCana.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching and listening to this bonus episode of VRCana, a roleplay adventure. I am your host and dungeon master for this adventure, Danny K. I am joined by the one and only Quasar.exe.
Woo! Yay! Yay! Yay!
And I hope you enjoy this bonus episode. We have a few more that we're going to be doing as kind of some filler stuff between session 1 and 2. We do have session 2 coming up at sometime. It's just a lot of us. Yeah, a lot of us just had life pop up for us, and these one-on-one sessions hopefully can fill your appetite for VRCana. So thank you very much for watching and listening, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of VRCana. Goodbye.
Goodbye.